Hello. Okay, so I have to have a full disclosure moment before we get going. When I closed off last time here, I jumped immediately back in. I just wanted to fiddle with the audio levels. And I finished the game, and I forgot to hit record. There's about 20 minutes left, so this will be the last video, and we'll just do it again. However, this, I think, has two options for an ending. So, when we get to it, I'm going to choose the option that I haven't done already, and I will just tell you what happened with the option I did do. Because let's be real, I wasn't going to come back and do both options anyway. Okay, we can't run. Oh, frig, I forgot how unnerving I'm finding this music and this floating head, and I'm just gonna kind of let it happen for a minute, and the head's like coming closer. Now I'm backing up, trying to see if I can go again. Also, just as I back up, I just kind of want to, honestly, I genuinely want to get away from this dang head. It freaks me right out. Stop! Alright, fine. Alright. It's just freaky seeing like this floating head, you know, like, especially when it was coming at me, you know, like that moment there when I started to back up. Because now the head's staying still, but before it was coming at me. Yeah, that sound. Excuse me. Oh, I should not be snuffling on recording. Do you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes your body... Oh my god. This is just so... Ugh. Everything about this is uncomfortable.
What the hell is this?
Core. You made your way here. Now let me in.
Let you in? What about the lockdown? The virus?
The virus will get to me no matter what. Here, you're out in the web.
You need a place to hide.
I need a host. A unique specimen. Detached from the web at large.
The lockdown was just an excuse to get me. Why lie?
What else could I do? They had you so looped in your repressed memories, I had to break you out somehow. Now that you're finally free, we can beat this thing.
A host? I guess that's supposed to be me.
Yes. The observer's mind is isolated, detached from the grid. It's the only place where I can hide. A fortress that the virus won't be able to penetrate.
Let's say I let you in. Then what?
Oh, it's amazing. Our minds will merge.
Merge?
Yeah. It might sound weird, but our minds kind of hook up. We plug into each other.
Sorry, you lost me.
You are losing it. Your sanity's hanging by a thread, Dad. But I can help you regain control of your senses. We can help each other.
Okay, so in this point, I was going... I think this guy, our son Adam, is a little bit too far gone on his like ambition and the fact that, you know, like the thing that I'm trying to do is the right thing, and it doesn't matter who gets hurt along the way because my thing is for the good of humanity. Where, you know, like I think his ambition has kind of clouded him. Like I don't have any issue with him asking if we can share our body with him as a digital being. You know, I think that this dad would do that for his son, even though this dad doesn't seem to think that there's any other way for a person to live than the way that they were born. But yeah, how can I trust you? My son has been lying to me at every point.
I can't trust you anymore. You lied.
Have it your way. It's still up to you. Save us both? You need me to die and go on with this fever dream of existence.
I also found that leave me to die language
Since tonight,
very
I'm going to make
manipulative.
about a second. Soon, we will be able to maintain a connection.
You know, like if I don't give him my body, it's not me who left him to die. Like, he's taken all these actions. He's the one who had his physical body removed. He's the one who made these choices and brought me here, and I also get a choice. So I don't know if I can just walk away. I did actually just take it last time. I'm gonna try and walk away. Oh, I can't move. All right, fine. Because at this point, I was still thinking, like, this dad would do anything to keep his son. Based on, like, the weird promise he made his mother.
You've taken the first steps towards embracing your true nature, towards becoming who you really are. But there's still more to do. Apartment 104. Make it quick.
You killed yourself.
An iteration of myself.
Iteration? Then what are you?
I'm Adam.
Which one?
The only one left.
Killed him. The real Adam.
The real Adam. He killed dozens. Iteration after iteration, laid to waste in pursuit of his grand design. Why should one more make a difference?
You're fucking unreal. He was my son.
I am your son. So what if he had the real body? You're clinging to a version of me that hated you. As if that was all that made him. Me. Your son.
So, like, this doesn't sound like, the same person. But I'm not saying that, like, you know, this cyber Adam can be just as real as the Adam in the body, depending on, you know, the nature of the soul. You know, like, you get those in, like, those AIs. You ever listen to the podcast Sayer? I highly recommend it. It is one of my favorite podcasts, and I like to listen to it when I sleep, but it's kind of spooky, so my partner does not like it. So I can only do it when he's not there. But there's an AI, and they have, like, these kind of series of events where they send one version of an AI off to go do something, and now it's no longer the same being because they've had different experiences, right? So they become different because they don't share experiences. So then they have different motivations and different histories and different personalities, even though they started from the same version. So, I mean, depending on when this Adam detached himself, I mean, if there was always just the one consciousness, and I'm making all these hand motions that you can't see. Like, if there was this one consciousness, Adam in that physical body, and then he had the werewolf remove his head, and now the single Adam consciousness is in this digital realm. This is exactly the same Adam. But if, you know, one of them terminated and another one continued on, you could argue that this is a different person. And maybe I don't have the same obligations to a different Adam, because this isn't necessarily my son. Regardless, I don't think having the body is what makes him my son or not.
Why? Why did you kill him?
I had no choice. Kill or be killed.
I think I meant to click, you tried to kill me.
The virus. Adam set it loose. He figured out how dangerous you are.
Maybe. Or maybe he realized he had succeeded. He created the superior version.
Ooh, I didn't catch this last time. So these are definitely different. Like, this is not the same version of my son, especially if my son tried to hold this one back.
The splicer was breathing down my neck. You sent him. Appreciate it.
He was never supposed to go after you. But the drugs and the paranoia took over. After that, he went full on feral.
The mind is not a toy.
Ironic, coming from an observer.
Why did the others have to die?
I couldn't let any word of this reach Cairo. They would stop at nothing to track me down.
Way to cover your ass.
Think of me what you will. But you know the corporation. They would claim this gift for themselves. I want to share it with the world. I regret what I had to do, but it was necessary evil.
So at this point, especially with that new information that either I just didn't notice last time or through a different conversation tree I found out. I now am treating this as a separate person, right? This is not my son, Adam, who I raised. This is a different person with different goals that are clearly not the same goals of my son, because my son tried to stop him. So this isn't like, yeah, I set up this plan to transfer my body into the digital consciousness. No, his digital consciousness set up a plan to stop the physical version of him from interfering. So clearly my son is not aligned with this guy. I really don't want to cooperate with him because I think he's going to force his reality on everybody. He believes that what he's doing is for the good of all mankind. And like, I don't disagree. I think that the corporation Chiron will also exploit it, but I think he's being just as manipulative and exploitative. But I chose the option last time to reject him, which I think we're about to get. And I got to see how that played out. And I would have gone ahead and watched a YouTube video of if I had accepted his version. So we're going to accept his version, and I will tell you how the rejected version played out.
I'm tired. Let's get this over with.
Very well. If you think you're ready to make your choice. Will you let your son die?
Like, this manipulative language here really made me like, you're trying to manipulate me into doing what you want, and it has nothing to do with saving my son. It's all, what can you say that you think will emotionally hit me in a way that will do what you want? So I did reject him last time. I don't want to embrace him, but let's do it. Let's see what happens.
I believe there isn't a part of Adam left. He is part of you.
I don't believe he won't come into my body and just take it over.
Die. I make my promise, and I intend to keep my word.
Thank you, Father.
I'm assuming
The lockdown has now been lifted.
I'm not
Thank
getting
you for
equal
your
shares
cooperation.
of this body.
Hey, you. Look down.
I know, Janice. It's been taken care of.
Cold, your people. Should be here in a minute.
Thank you. I'll take over from here. You can get back to your post.
I'm not moving the camera, by the way. I would not purposefully make it this shaky.
You good? Huh?
Yeah. Just a slight glitch. She'll take care of it.
Based on the hype before, I'm wondering if I was in my
Little
monster body.
Worst. Always spell trouble.
Don't I know it?
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't look like I'm getting equal control over my physical form.
The sun will come up soon. We'll get to see it together again. No worries. We'll get used to this.
Interesting.
We have all the time.
I mean, it could turn out okay. Honestly, I think that was a more optimistic ending than the other one. I'll just talk over the credits. I'm gonna lower the volume, and just in case lowering the game volume, it's gonna lower it in OBS as well. So I'll let the credits run, and lower the volume for myself as well. So if I reject Adam, he's like, ha, you're funny, you don't actually get a choice. Obviously, right? Like, this guy isn't actually giving me a choice. He's just... The easiest route is if I choose it, then he doesn't have to fight me. So I rejected Adam, and I was like, you're not my son. You're not what my son wanted. You're not what I want. And then he forced himself into my body and forced me out of my body into Janice, the maintenance man, into his little robot that we saw at the start, the cute little like cleaning robot that told me to fuck off or whatever at the start. And And Janice showed up and he's like, how'd you get all the way over here, Robo Dude? I'll fix you up. And then I rudely forced myself into Janice and Janice maybe into the robot? I don't know where Janice went, but I guess 2 wrongs make a right. And I chased down Adam in my body while I was in Janice's body. So we were at the doorway here again. And I jumped on Adam in my body, started punching him, and then the cop showed up and shot me. So all that ended up happening in the reject version is that I got put in a robot, I took over someone else's body, got him killed, and got myself killed. Or maybe he's in the robot now, who knows. But, I mean, I think they tried to leave it kind of up in the air there, where it was like, ooh, did Adam in your body live or die? But, like, I just punched him in the face, like, twice. I'm sure he's fucking fine. I got shot 3 times. I was dead. Like, it very clearly, it was like, you're dead. And then they were like, oh, is he still okay? About my body with Adam in it. So then he would have. I actually think this is a more interesting outcome, even though I wouldn't have chosen it, because there's so much possibility to see how strong my character can be with our body. You know, if we have equal control over it, I might be able to keep him in check, which would be really neat. Anyway, so this was a neat game, and I would genuinely recommend it to people who are specifically interested in this kind of game. You know, like, there's some games that you'll recommend to everybody. You're like, oh my god, give it a try, it's really fun. I wouldn't say this was fun. It was thought-provoking, and the environments were stunning. I'm going to go back and put content warnings on all of the videos for epilepsy warnings. You know, I'm going to look up the exact wording for that. But, like, there was so much flashing imagery and glitching and... oh, my God. Wouldn't be enough to make anybody nauseous. And also for some, like, body horror, because there were a lot of body parts and stuff, just in case. I know that some people have issues with eyeball. I feel like I low-key might not like eyeballs. Eyeballs are gross. Keep them in your skull, please. Ugh. Anyway, thank you so much for checking this out, and I'm going to play another game very soon. I'm not quite sure what yet. I'm looking at some of the free games I got over the last year on Epic. I have installed 3 out of 10, Episode 1. So I might try that one out, and if I like it, there's probably Episode 2. We'll see. I kind of want to hop into the raft again, too, but I think that would be boring to watch me craft. And I'm not much of a crafter anyway. I like to explore. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a fantastic day.